Today on Florida Sportsman Best Boat, we showcase a go-fast boat designed for the family fisherman who has the need for speed, the Glasstream 260 TE.
I seriously could not stop staring at her. The design of the hull, along with the color combo, was a real head turner.
For boaters looking to have a boat that is plenty comfortable and fishable, we take a look at the Sailfish 272cc.
It just always seems like they are one step ahead of what everybody else is doing to improve the models they build.
And we step aboard a boat that has an exceptional ride and room for any activity, the Invincible 37 Catamaran.
The combination of factors push the 37 Invincible Catamaran to the front of the pack for anyone in search of a serious long-range, hardcore fishing vessel.
All coming up on Florida Sportsman Best Boat. What's the best boat for you? Whether you desire precision while poling across the shallowest of flats, the ability to roam a variety of destinations from inshore to offshore, no boundaries while in vast expanses of open ocean, or you just want to create lasting memories with friends and family on the water, join Florida Sportsman's trusted boating experts as they review the latest from today's most popular boating manufacturers to help you decide which is the best boat for you.
Welcome to another episode of Florida Sportsman Best Boat. Guys, today we're starting off with the Glasstream 260 TE. This boat is built to fish, but what I really loved about her is her sexy, cool appearance. Going to the sandbar today, I felt like the cool kid in high school for the first time.
I don't blame you. Let me tell you what else we've got today. The all-new Sailfish 272. And let me tell you about that. Every Sailfish they bring us has some new innovations that we've never seen on a boat before. I have no doubt this one will too.
Guys, we're also going to take a look at a new company to Best Boat, and that's Invincible. Invincible this year brought us their 37 Catamaran, and you know what? A few times a year we get to see a boat that there's something about it, just that wow factor, and you're definitely going to want to check this boat out. Hey, we got a lot to get to. Why don't we get started?
When we return, our hosts test out a boat built for those who want to go fast and fish in style, the Glasstream 260 TE. But first, let's join FS host Lori Hargrave as she speaks about the Optimus 360 joystick control from Suzuki in this week's seminar segment.
I'm here with Nick Safidi today from Nick's Creative Marine, and he's a Suzuki dealer who actually, I think you're like one of the top in the world, but I'm not going to give you a big head here.
We're right up there.
But we're here today to look at the Optimus 360 joystick control, and I'm really excited about it. A little nervous though.
I don't blame you. It's a little intimidating, but it's really easy to use. We're actually using it as we speak. We're using the Seaways Sea Station system where we're holding the boat's position, not only where we're at, but we're also holding our heading. So for the guys that are deep dropping and bottom fishing, they can come here, engage the system, and keep fishing all day. And this Seaways Sea Station comes in with an ingrained built-in autopilot that'll interface and talk to most of your electronics, NEMA 2000, set a waypoint, push a button right here on the display, and the boat will follow your route in place.
Nick, thanks again, buddy. You made it so easy today. I'm not intimidated anymore, and I can't wait to get one on my boat.
You're welcome.
Seriously, if you were really intimidated by big boats, look at the Optimus 360. It's a game changer.
This segment brought to you by Bennett. Benefits you can feel, reliability you can trust.
50 years ago, Bennett Marine changed boating forever, inventing the trim tab, helping boaters get on plane faster, reduce bow rise, correct listing, improve efficiency, and increase performance. Over 1 million systems later, worldwide, we offer durable and dependable trim tabs and hatch lifters for all boat sizes. Your only source for both hydraulic and electric systems. Industry-leading innovation, plus the best warranty and service available. Get Bennett on board and enjoy the ride.
Welcome back to Florida Sportsman Best Boat. Join our hosts as they take a closer look at the Glasstream 260 TE. A fast and versatile boat with plenty of amenities for the family and fishermen. The Glasstream 260 TE has an overall length of 26 feet 10 inches, a beam of 8 feet 3 inches, and a max horsepower rating of 400. Designed for running at high speeds, she has a draft of 15 inches, a dead rise of 20 degrees, a dry weight of 3,450 pounds, and a fuel capacity of 92 gallons. Now, let's hear more from our hosts.
Guys, today we have Glasstream. They brought us their 260 TE. Talk about style. I feel like she needs to be on the cover of Vogue.
Oh, she's stylish, Laura. You're absolutely right. But let me tell you something. She's designed to fish. Fishing features everywhere you look. Multiple live wells, plenty of rod holders. She's raring to go.
Okay, I'm gonna agree with both of you. It's definitely stylish and it's definitely fishable. But one thing that's gonna absolutely happen today, every time we get on a Glasstream, we have fun, and we're sure to do that today. The 260 TE from Glasstream is a model with a very clearly defined purpose, which it fulfills very effectively. The design revolves around a hull with dimensional proportions that give her a race boat appearance from a slight distance. Of course, this is due in no small part to the race boat legacy that goes back to the beginning of this company's history. Combine these lines with a center console styled interior that offers a slightly deeper cockpit than your average bay boat, but includes a fishing layout of a bay boat above the deck, and you'll start to understand this boat's intended purpose.
Approaching the boat this morning, first thing I said was, wow. I seriously could not stop staring at her. The design of the hull, along with the color combo, was a real head turner.
For a boater that places a high value on the way their boat looks on the water, Glasstream is a brand that offers a number of different style choices when it comes to paint and upholstery. Each boat can be built to your personal taste to reflect your own personality. The 260 TE offers an elevated forward casting deck with an ankle height tow brace to give you a bit of added security while moving around on the deck. This feature would be in line with the normal bay boat design, yet just below the raised deck is a large below deck insulated fish hold for storing your catch, much like an offshore boat might include.
With an easy sliding track system, the cushions and the backrest, all you had to do was put them on the slide track for on and off, really easy. You also have a removable table. This is great for the guy who loves to fish and the guy who loves to entertain and relax. It was so hot today, we decided to skip the sandbar and just have lunch underway and cruise around. All I had to do was set up the table at the bow, and now we had a full area to have lunch, and the boat just kept on cruising.
I wish more center console builders would build their consoles with a front opening. It makes accessing the head so much easier and makes claustrophobia go away from inside of your console. You can set her up any way you want. Having live wells in the front and in the stern is best if you're casting to a seawall inshore. But having rod racks both in the T-top and in the rocket launcher means you can load her up for a day's offshore action. Believe me, her in-deck fish box will hold whatever you're going to run into on the water.
From a ride perspective, the 260 TE is much like most of this brand's lineup, a very racy feeling, sporty riding hull. Glasstream builds a foam-filled stringer grid into the structural design of the 260 that gives her a solid feeling ride. In the chop, the blend of the 20-degree dead rise bottom and the twin step performance running surface really smooths out the ride when the wind comes up. Well, guys, we set out today on the Glasstream 260 TE thinking that this was probably one of the more fishable models that they make. Despite that, I still managed to have a really good time not fishing on this boat today. I mean, cruising around, just eating lunch, relaxing, I could get used to that.
Right, George, it was so easy to transition this boat today from fishing to cruising and the lifestyle. All I did was pop the cushions out, throw them in the console, and we completely transformed this boat today.
I was astounded at how quickly she transformed because we had impossible fishing conditions today. So she went through an instant transformation. The table came out, the cushions came out, and we had a great cruising boat. I'm not sure the Glasstream 260 TE takes a back seat to anything in the 26-foot range.
When we return, our hosts examine a boat designed for offshore adventures with the family, the Sailfish 272cc. This segment brought to you by Ocean Tamer, the marine beanbag of choice among tournament fishermen, captains, and boaters worldwide.
This is why we call them Ocean Tamer. Total body support and comfort. Shock-absorbing marine beanbag chairs. Ocean Tamer, the most comfortable seat on board. Crafted from 100% marine-grade materials. Built tough to handle the harsh marine environment. Water repellent. UV stabilized. Ocean Tamer marine beanbags. 4 awesome styles, tons of color choices. Can be personalized with boat name or logo. Finally, 2 nylon handles for ease of carrying or stowing. Order yours today. ocean-tamer.com.
Welcome back to Florida Sportsman Best Boat. Join our hosts as they step aboard the Sailfish 272cc, a center console focused on pleasing both the fisherman and the family. The Sailfish 272cc has an overall length of 27 feet, a beam of 9 feet 1 inch, and a max horsepower rating of 400. Built to take the family offshore and keep them comfortable and safe, she has a draft of 18 inches, a variable dead rise of 22 to 24 degrees, a weight of 6,850 pounds, and a fuel capacity of 177 gallons. Now, let's hear more from our hosts.
Guys, today we're on the Sailfish 272cc. And okay, so friends of mine have the old generation 27 from Sailfish, and we love going offshore on that boat. The family's always comfortable, and we seem to always catch fish.
Remember how much we enjoyed being on their flagship, the 36-footer? Everywhere I look, and having just gotten exposed to the boat, I see some of those features down into a more manageable package. I can't wait to see how this is going to work out.
You know, one thing's for sure about Sailfish, and you can count on this from them, is they're always trying to find some way to improve the boat. I mean, even though the boat seems like it's just right, they listen to the customers and they're always looking to just make it that much better. And this boat looks like it's definitely heading in that direction. The 272cc demonstrates what happens when you take an already popular-sized model in your fleet and push the limit a little further. What stood out to me first about this model was the ride and the handling. The variable degree step hull is a combination of dead rise angles that work together in 3 stages to improve the ride and keep you comfortable and dry. The combination of angles provides lift while you're accelerating, a soft ride, and between the downward angle transition points on the bottom and a wide bow flare above the waterline, a nice dry ride on a windy day when the chop kicks up.
The new Sailfish 272cc is taking family and friends offshore fishing, and with all the amenities and attention to detail, you are sure going to be comfortable doing so. In the bow is bench seating that also provides a forward lounge seating on your port and starboard sides. What was really cool about today though were the headrests. All you had to do was push on it and it literally just pops up. And then when you're done, push on again, goes back down and blends completely in with the seating. Offshore today, I found myself biting a fish and had to walk up to the bow. And then all of a sudden I said, oh no, we forgot to remove the table. That's never happened. Well, good news is the table never got in the way. I went right around it. We did not have to remove anything to transform this boat for fishing. There is a built-in forward-facing 55-quart cooler seat. I personally like having that right here. It makes it so much easier when lounging or entertaining at the bow. Inside the console, you have an electric head with holding tank, freshwater sink, SeaDeck flooring, and a mirror.
Another detail that'll affect your user experience if you find yourself at the wheel on a boat is the helm layout. The Sailfish has brought a new look to the 272 with a very stylish looking 3-sided glass enclosure under their hardtop. This is a look that's gaining popularity lately, and their version of it works perfectly. This enclosure protects you from the weather, and the large top provides plenty of shade for everyone. The black acrylic dash panel is also angled perfectly for optimal visibility and large enough to accommodate all instrumentation and a 16-inch MFD screen.
Another amenity on this boat, actually for driver comfort, was at the helm. The seats are actually activated just like in your car to move closer or further back. That is great because if you're driving the boat and want to get a little closer to the helm, you have that option.
The helm rigging station looks like it came off a 40-footer, but it fits the boat perfectly. No matter what your game plan is going to be for the day, you'll have everything you need at your fingertips to pull it off. All boat builders build live wells into their transoms. Boat builders that fish build them with plenty of water flow and clear windows so you can monitor the health of your bait all day.
If you like bringing a lot of people on the boat, there is plenty of seating. Not only we have all that seating in the bow, but there's more in the stern. You have a fold-away transom-mounted aft bench seat. On your port side, there is a tuna door, which is great for big fish, but it's also great for stepping on and off at the dock. And there's a ladder attachment for diving. Being the sandbar queen that I am, I loved the extended transom. You have a 4-step boarding ladder with grab handles on your starboard side, and on your port side, my favorite, a built-in 21-quart cooler. If you have spent any time off the boat at the sandbar, you know what a great feature this is.
Sailfish is clearly a company with a mission statement they take seriously. Fishing-focused, family-friendly is more than just a pitch line for this brand. It's a goal that they take to heart, and the byproduct of their effort is written all over this new model. Guys, when we started out today, you know, I said that Sailfish really takes a lot of time to try and improve little things on a boat. And you can really tell when you look around this boat compared to the old 27 that they listen to what the people want. It's really evident all over this boat.
I tell you, I think you're right, Cap. Now, they all have the same thing in common. They rode great. This 27 was no exception, but just the ideas they have from the top of the console to the way they do things. How about the storage, Lori?
Rick, not just the storage. When have we ever went offshore and left the table up? We never took it out today. Did you notice that? There's so much room on this boat. I told you guys we were going to be comfortable, and I've already made a phone call to my friends, and I said it's time to upgrade to the Sailfish 272cc.
When we come back, our hosts check out a boat built for long-range adventures and hardcore fishing, the Invincible 37 Catamaran. This segment brought to you by Suzuki, the ultimate outboard motor. Welcome back to Florida Sportsman Best Boat. Join our hosts as they check out the Invincible 37 Catamaran, a boat with endless possibilities in terms of fishing and adventure. The Invincible 37 Catamaran has an overall length of 37 feet, a beam of 12 feet, and a max horsepower rating of 1,800. Engineered to take on big seas with ease, she has a draft of 20 inches. A weight of 14,000 pounds, and a fuel capacity of 640 gallons. Now, let's hear more from our hosts.
Guys, I gotta tell you, the first impression to me of the Invincible 37 started when I got out of the truck. This thing is enormous. I've been on bigger boats. I don't know if I've ever been on a boat with more room inside.
Rick, you're right. This boat is massive. You know the old saying, go big or go home? I'm not going home today.
You guys both hit the nail right on the head. You know what, a lot of people, when you talk about catamaran style boats, the first thing everybody wants to talk about is the ride on these boats. Well, the first thing that comes to my mind when I think about these boats is the stability and the amount of room. You're both exactly right. And if it's half as rough as it was yesterday when we were filming, we're going to get to see what this boat's all about.
You know, it's interesting to me that catamaran style fishing boats actually predate all of us. They've been around a long time. It's even more interesting to me that through my entire fishing lifetime, it seems like there's always been somebody trying to get a cat exposed to the market as the superior riding vessels they are, with more interior room and better efficiency than almost any comparably sized monohull.
The chance to see what all the fuss was about surrounding the Morelli and Melvin designed semi-asymmetrical Invincible catamaran finally caught up with me this season. Before we cleared the inlet, I had the opportunity to get acquainted with the boat's personality for a while in the open reaches of the Indian River, and immediately noticed something different about the ride. Already being very familiar with the unsettling habit most catamarans have of leaning away from the direction you turn them, I was pleasantly surprised to feel the 37 lean into the turn, more like a monohull. This was no doubt a byproduct of the asymmetrical design of the twin hulls, and it completely changed the way the boat reacted in a hard turn. We got this boat up to 60 miles an hour and did some of the most radical maneuvering from every angle of attack, and I could not make the 37-pound or get anyone wet. My first thought after we slowed down to do a little fishing was based on the ride. I wish we were headed 100 miles offshore because we couldn't have been more comfortable on this boat. From a fishing standpoint, the 37 is as stable as a barge, and the 37 by 12 deck outline was such a pleasant experience to navigate around. We all kept shaking our heads saying, how big is this thing? At first glance, I wondered about the extra large coffin box seat in the bow and whether it was going to be using too much deck space for its worth. But after getting on board, the open space seemed to increase in size.
Now, Invincible took advantage of this 12-foot beam in the bow. Instead of the traditional wraparound bow seating, there was a lounge seat with removable backrest for 2 and a bench seat for 3 in front of the helm.
With plenty of room to work all around the foredeck, the additional space to store cargo was a smart addition to the pair of index storage compartments on either side of it. The space alongside of the imposing 3-sided enclosed hardtop console was wide open, continuing into an exceptionally roomy cockpit. The helm station on this model included back-to-back seating with a triple-wide seat with the wheel position at center, facing forward, and another triple-wide rear-facing cockpit seat to relax from while you're monitoring your trolling spread. A pair of industrial-sized live wells in the cockpit include a wide cross-transom height tank and another 70-gallon tank in the deck. Each well supplied by a sea chest system, and like the 39 Open, they can be rigged with at least 2 and up to 6 pumps. A pair of long, deep, insulated fish holes are located to port and starboard adjacent to the helm station, with a pair of compartments behind them in opposite corners of the transom.
The hideaway jump seats are a perfect touch. There was one on the port side and one on the starboard side. Having jump seats can really be useful on long boat rides, especially in rough seas.
A combination of factors beginning with exceptional ride and performance, massive bait and ice holding capabilities, comfortable deck layout, and a range of over 600 miles pushed the 37 Invincible catamaran to the front of the pack for anyone in search of a serious long-range, hardcore fishing vessel.
Guys, you remember this morning I said we're gonna go big or go home? Well, we went big. We had a big boat, we had a big swell, we had big power today, but the best part is we had big fun. Today was just flat out fun.
Absolutely. You know what? I started the day saying what everybody says about a cat boat is how they ride is what impresses them the most. And I said, well, I'm looking at how the deck lays out and how the boat really performs from that standpoint. There's a ton of room. It's stable. Well, scratch that. On this boat right here, the star of the show for me today was how this boat handled. This boat performed like no other cat I've ever run.
And let me tell you why. That's because the 37 Invincible rides like cats have always been advertised like they rode. This thing, you know, some cats have been really good, but to me there's no but with this boat. I had an old Sunday school teacher who was a football coach, and he was very successful. He said, I can't tell you what it is, but I can tell you if a kid's got it. Well, let me tell you something. The 37 Invincible has got it.
Guys, we did it again. 3 incredible boats, and next week we've got 3 more.
They were 3 great boats, Lori. Hey, listen, if you'd like any information about those 3 boats or any boat you see on Florida Sportsman Best Boat, visit us at the web at floridasportsman.com.
Or we'll see you next week on another episode of Florida Sportsman Best Boat.
Make sure to join us next week on Florida Sportsman Best Boat as we take a look at the Seacat 26, the Glasstream 280 SCX, and the Camus 341.